Okay, you're all welcome. My name is Love Oladele. We are doing this event for today's Leaders International members, but we actually extended the invitation for our guests to come in and see what we do. Now, today's Leaders International is an online entrepreneurship hub. What we do basically is training. And the training is whether you are an aspiring entrepreneur, you've not started a business, the idea is to encourage you to start a business. If you're an entrepreneur that have started a business, the idea is to encourage you to grow your business. Our vision is actually to raise one seasoned entrepreneur in every home across the continent. The idea is every home is a mission, is a burden. Every home, there should be an entrepreneur, because personally, I believe that entrepreneurs, they create wealth for the society. The government can't do it alone. Entrepreneurs have to come in and help. If we have entrepreneurs, we can help our government by employing the people off the street. If we have people who are busy working, busy doing a business, they will be off the street. We have, especially in our country, Nigeria, we know that today's Leaders International is an international organization, but because it started from Nigeria, we have to focus so much on Nigerians. I tell people that all the businesses in the world, when they come into Nigeria, they come to blow. If you understand that grammar, they come to blow. So Nigeria is a huge, huge, huge market. And because Nigeria is a huge market, we need to help our people. We need to help our people. And for me, I have made money in 3 industries. One is information marketing. As an information marketing, I have made money. I have made money in network marketing. As a network marketer, I have made money. Then I have made money in cryptocurrency because I embraced it early, and I'm still in cryptocurrency. I can never leave cryptocurrency. I've made money in these 3 industries. So when we wanted to start our Entrepreneurs Forum in today's Leaders International, where is an avenue for us to interview one entrepreneur, at least one entrepreneur every month. We started it this month, and I told my people, let's start with network marketing, because what we do in TLI, we encourage you in any business you're doing, even if it's network marketing. We don't care. We want you to start a business. Our member must have a business. That's why we say we are a community of entrepreneurs. So you can come in as an aspiring entrepreneur, but we don't want you to stay long as our member without a business that you're doing. So if that business you're doing is network marketing, whatever business, whether you're doing Emery, you're doing Noland, you're doing Greenleaf, you're doing cryptocurrency, as far as there's a product. Now, when you talk about business, one of the things I tell people, and I keep telling people, it must have a product or a service. That is what is called business. I know so many Nigerians are doing all the crowdfunding. I am not against it. You can use it to raise money, but crowdfunding is not a business. It's just a game. It's a way to make money. So you use it to make money and go and start a business. Don't do crowdfunding and stay with crowdfunding and say you're doing a business. That is not a business. I'm not against it. You can start. I've done it in the past. You can start with it. But in doing that, use it to raise money and quickly join a network that has a product or a service. Because without a product or a service that the company offers, then they are not in business. So that is what we are preaching in today's Leaders International. So today we want to do, we're having our first entrepreneurship forum. And what are we talking about? We're talking about the secret of success in network marketing business. And while I was looking for my guests, I said I was going to look for people who have stories, people who I have seen, they have done it. I've seen them succeed in this industry, because we have people who tell you that I'm a network marketing leader. They can't lead anything. They're not leader anything. Just say, I'm a network marketer. Everybody's a network marketing leader. But I went after those who have results. Those who have results, and not only results, those who have integrity, because this industry, we also have those who have the integrity to lead well, to lead their people well. So I went after them so that they can share their experience with us. Now, I'm going to bring on board our guests one after the other, because today is their day. I'm also a learner today. I'll be learning from the masters. So today is their day. I'm going to bring our guests one after the other. So I'm going to start with Mr. AbsurRazaq Abdul-Aziz. Mr. AbsurRazaq Abdul-Aziz was someone I met about 3 years ago. And like I was telling all our guests, COVID-19 did not allow us to see again. Thank God for internet. The internet is doing wonders. You can see us talking from different parts of the country now, but we are still able to communicate. Now, this is a man I met briefly for a few times, but studying him, I saw someone who has integrity, someone who has attraction. I said, okay, this man is worthy to be our guest. He's worthy to talk to our people. They can learn from him. He was once on Business from Home magazine, was once on Business from Home magazine as one of the top leader in this industry. So he will be talking to us today, showing us and telling us his secrets. Now, what I want them to share with us is their secrets. Because you never know, even if it's only one thing, you can get away from their secrets. So they are going to share with us their secret to success. So everybody have one secret or the other, but today they are sharing their personal secret with us. So Mr. Abdul, you're welcome. I'm going to need you to show us your face now because I'm going to spotlight you.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Thank you.
And can you see me as well?
Yes, I can see you. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
So our next guest is my friend, Uduakobong Henry. She was someone I also met briefly, I think 3 to 4 years ago. Has been a great year when we're going out a lot. Now we are in our homes. So Uduak is a lady I studied from afar too, and I see integrity. I love it when I see leaders who are leading their people well. Who you tell. I remember when I was doing a business and I told her that, look, I'm not cut out for this kind of business. I won't be able to do it as much as you're doing it. And she respected my space. I love that in her. Some people will just block you off, and we are still good friends. We still talk. When I need something, I still go to her. She just respected that space that, okay, fine, you can do what suits you, but it doesn't keep us, doesn't make us enemy. We are still friends in this industry. So Uduak, you're welcome. Thank you for accepting to be here today. So can we see your face now?
Thank you. I'm also so honored to be here. Thank you very much.
Okay, so I'm going to add Uduak to. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
My other guest is my good friend, Dr. John Mukoro. My friend that is challenging us in this industry. Because I knew when he became a doctor. So I'm also going to become a doctor. I must be called Dr. Love Oladele because of Dr. John Mukoro. So this is also someone I respect in this industry. I met him also around 3 to 4 years ago, even though we have done some other businesses together, but we're doing a business. Just like I told Uduak, I just said, no, I want to go into my own space. I just love this space. You guys should enjoy your space. And he said, love, I respect you for who you are. Go on and enjoy yourself. Dr. John Mukoro, you're welcome. Okay, so thank you. I have all my guests here. Now, like I said, we're talking about the secret of success in network marketing industry. And I know you all have your story. So the first question I'm going to ask, and all of you will answer me, how did you come into this industry? And when you came into this industry, what changed for you? How did you come into this industry? And when you came, what changed for you? So I'm going to start with Mr. Abdul. So please, you have the floor.
Thank you so much, Mrs. Love Oladele. That was a very fantastic introduction. Before I get started, I just want to honor my fellow panelists. I know Dr. John. Believe it or not, we've not met personally, but we have established a very good relationship. Mrs. Uduak, I've not met her before, but you know, it takes one day just to know somebody. So I'm very, very honored to be on the same panelist with both of you today. And of course, I'd like to say hello to our guests on the show, including members of today's leaders, because without all of you, I won't be here right now. So thank you so much for having me. So how did I get started in network marketing? Believe it or not, it was a root canal. I went to my dentist at National Hospital to do a root canal, to have my tooth filled. And after the procedure, you know, Dr. Agbaroma, that's her name, she said, listen, would you like to travel? I said, yeah, I like to travel. And she said, okay, how about, you know, traveling very far distance for very little amount? I said, well, that sounds good. And she said, well, I'd like you to take a look at a travel plan. And I said, yeah. So she said, go with your checkbook. And I said, I should go with my checkbook. Those were back in the days, right? We didn't have all this transfer, electronic transfer, you know, technology today. And I said, okay, I'll go with my checkbook. And I went. And the meeting was at Sheraton Hotel here in Abuja. And I went with my checkbook, but I left my checkbook in the car. And I went into the meeting. It was a very fantastic meeting. But guess what? You know, from the onset, I was not really focused, you know, at the meeting, because I'd heard about network, you know, I'd heard about such types of meeting. I didn't know it was a network marketing meeting. All I knew was, you know, I'd been invited to some, you know, other meetings before. So I thought, you know, this is similar to some things that, you know, I've been in before. Anyway, I was sitting in the back of the room, and, you know, what changed for me, because that's exactly what you asked. What changed for me was a statement that the presenter said at the front of the room. She said, I would rather have my income, you know, to be acquired by the effort of 100 people than for me to do it 100% by myself. Leverage. That's what changed everything for me. The moment I heard that and I understood leverage, my life has never been the same. So that is what changed me. That is how I got connected to network marketing. It was leverage. The fact that you can get to do so much, you know, by, you know, the effort of other people, even whom you may never see. You know, you may never see them, but yet, you know, you're making progress because they're part of, you know, your organization, they're part of your team. So leverage is what changed everything for me.
Wow, thank you. Okay, Uduak, let's hear you.
Okay, I'm so delighted and honored to hear, get to meet, to speak with the likes of John today, Mr. John. And I said thank you for this great opportunity. Yes, what got me into network marketing was that I wanted more. That's it, that's one. And another thing is that I had a problem that needed an urgent attention. So exactly what got me there was, I was married for years and I didn't have a child. So one day I happened to be in a gathering of 15 people where they're talking about network marketing. And what got me interested was the product. Because they started talking, this product has helped a lot of people to become mothers. And when I looked at it, my mind, then I was working in the banking sector. So my mind was, enough for anything, at least I get to use this and I have my results to show for. So what's the big headache about it? And which I did. And by the grace of God, I have a beautiful daughter to show for. And since then, since then that I said yes to network marketing, things have never been the same again. Things started changing. I started seeing my salary in 1 week. And I'm like, so there's so much money in this industry to be made. And all I was required to do was to leverage on people, tell people why they need to switch their brand to become one of us, and then I'm good to go. So I saw it as a normal thing I used to do for the bank. So why not do it for myself? And that's what has taken me to where I am today.
Wow. Wow, I love that. Okay, thank you, Uduak. So, Dr. John.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you, Mr. Abdul, my very good friend. Thank you, Uduak. Thank you, Mrs. Love Oladile. So the question is, why network marketing? So just like Mrs. Uduakobong, I was also a banker, but it got to a time, you know, I was a banker, and why people thought I was making so much money, you know, bankers now, we dress fine, we're in brand new cars, looking for business, and people see you, both friends, family, they think you have so much money, but only you know that you are struggling financially. So I thought that, okay, maybe, you know, bankers, when the promotion is not forthcoming on time, you begin to change banks to rank up and feel that maybe more money will come. So I kept changing banks. I got to this bank, they even gave me a branch. I was promoted, they gave me a branch to manage. I'm now a branch manager in a bank. And I was thinking things are going to become easier, but it turned out that things became more difficult because right now, friends and family now see me as a branch manager, and the expectation became so high, and it was really, really very difficult. So a friend of mine introduced me into network marketing, and the way I looked at it, you know, even in the bank, I bring in a lot of results. You know, there was, in particular, the branch I was managing, I got a school account, and in that school account, they made a profit of about 40 million. The school account gave them a profit, not the money the school account brought. If the profit that came from the school was 40 million, then you can imagine the money that was deposited into the bank from the school. You know, but that month came, and the salary that I have always been paid was the same salary that was paid to me. And I wasn't happy. I just felt that I wanted to be in an industry where what you put in should be commensurate with what you get. But I saw that the salary here was just stagnant, and I wasn't meeting up. So I got into network marketing, and the catch for me was, you know, so we all believe that the numbers of hours you put in into your work to a very large extent determine the amount of money you earn. So let's even assume you don't sleep in a day, and you put in 24 hours in your workplace. It means that the maximum you can work in a day is 24 hours. So for me, as a network marketer, I saw that if I'm able to build a team, let's assume where I am right now, when I have a team of, let's say I have a team of 10,000 persons, and let's even say 50% of that team, they are not active. Let's say the remaining 50% are active. That is 5,000 persons. And let's even assume that the 5,000 that are active, they put in 1 hour only into their business. It means that even if I wake up from my bed in the morning and I don't go anywhere, I'm at home from morning till night, I would have done 1 hour times 5,000. It means that I would have worked 5,000 hours in a day in a 24-hour day. It's called the principle of time compression. If you are in that kind of business, when you are working more than 24 hours in a 24-hour day, you have no choice. You will definitely continue to make money. So there are two categories of people here. There are people that have time. They don't have money. There are people that have money. They don't have time. But with network marketing, I came to find out that you can have money and have time together. So for me, the best thing that can ever happen to anybody is to play in this industry. This industry has no criteria. You don't have to be a graduate. You don't have to be married. You don't have to be, you just come with what you have. And this is the only industry that can take you from the very bottom and shoot you to the very top if you are just coachable and teachable. Thank you very much.
Wow, thank you for that. Okay, we are going to the main thing. You're going to tell us one after the other the secret to your success. In this industry, what made you, what efforts, when you're sharing your secret, I want you to also share your challenges so that I don't want people to think that it's so sweet, 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 because actually we know that it's not so sweet, 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 sweet. So again, I'm going back to Mr. Abdul. Mr. Abdul, you've got 10 minutes. Tell us your secret and your challenges.
Wow. To be honest, the secret just, one secret leads to other secrets for me, because it's just like when you peel an onion, okay, you have to keep peeling. As you keep peeling, you get, to the substance, that's the core of that onion. That's for me, how I've been able to find my secret. So the first secret is I had to become a sponge. What do I mean by that? I had to become a learning sponge, because I realized that when I started, it wasn't all rosy, right? It wasn't all. I didn't start and start to make money immediately. In fact, I lost money, as I was, becoming better and better and better. I had to move from one company to another. And as I was growing, I realized that the more I learned, the more I was exposed to leaders locally and internationally that were succeeding at a very high level, which I aspired to get to. And one thing remained consistent. One thing remained consistent as I began to read and learn about them was they were all learners. They were ready to learn. And that's the secret of success fundamentally in network marketing. You have to be, just like Dr. Mukoro said, you have to be coachable and teachable. So my learning, I started to identify people that I call mentors. And one of my mentors who taught me a very great thing that has helped me so much in network marketing is the late Zig Ziglar. Zig said, help enough people to get what they want, and you will have everything that you want. Help enough people to get what they want, and you will have what you want. And so that began my real journey in network marketing. I had to find out, what do people want? Because if I can help them to get what they want, then I will have everything that I want. And that also led me to now say, okay, in network marketing, what do people want? So I had to find other mentors, and that led me to Mr. Eric Worre, and that led me to a book called GoPro. So you see, it's a graduation from one learning to another. Okay, so if I want to help people, I need to know how to help people. So how do I help people? And Eric Worre taught me the secret. He says it's all about education and understanding. And that education and understanding, for me, in my own opinion, it's a double-edged sword. It works for me personally in the sense that I had to educate myself about my business. Every aspect of my business, I had to educate myself to the point that I understand it. Because without that knowledge, it's going to be very impractical. It's not going to be practical. In fact, almost impossible for me to help the people that need help, because I will not be able to help them. And then the other side of the sword is the people I'm talking to. Because the moment I'm able to educate myself about my business, every sphere of it, the product, the compensation plan, the training, the skills, then it's now possible for me to educate the people that I want to get what they want. And what do people want, really? It all depends on the person's perception in terms of the level of success that they want. And like I said, learning became my base for success in network marketing, because I now had to learn different mindsets, different, people are different. There are some people that are, what they want is they want a lot of money. Some people just want companionship. Some people just like to have fun. Some people, so it's all about different shades of people. And for you to understand people, you need to study them. So that was my base, learning and continuous learning, because learning leads to growth. And then that growth leads to me to understand how to really, when I'm talking to a prospect, I need to know exactly what do you want. So I know the right questions to ask so that, I'll get the right type of response. Okay. And those responses will help me to ask whether or not the person is, fit for the business. And I'll ask it in a way that I'm going to get a very positive response. Okay.
Wow.
Sometimes it happens instantly. Sometimes it takes time. It takes time of, gradual follow-up. And, that's another fundamental thing that, is a success secret for me. It's about, having a realistic expectation for my business, in the sense that, how long does it take to close a person? Some people, it takes instant closure. Some people, it takes, a couple of weeks, some months. Some people, I've not closed them, I didn't close them in a year in my business. It took that long, so that's, setting realistic expectation, for myself in my business, so that I don't go out there and then based on, people's responses, it affects, my expectation to the point that, I'm unable to produce, because network marketing is about production. If you're not producing, okay, you cannot make money. And that production is never done by yourself alone. It's by a team. Okay, so the biggest secret for me is learning. And that's, learning. You just have to be a sponge. You have to be able to soak it up in. You have to be able to go the extra length. you know, and learn from the masters. Like, believe it or not, Dr. Mukoro, I've learned so much from him, but he doesn't know. I'm just saying it on the call here. He doesn't know. And that's what I did. I remember, my biggest success, in network marketing in the company where I had the biggest success was an international company. And the day I decided to do the business, when I said, yes, I'm going to do this, you know what I started doing? I started using Facebook. I was contacting all the leaders in the business. Hey, my name is AbsurRazaq. I live in Abuja. I'm in Nigeria. I love what you're doing. I'm inspired. Can you be friends with me? Can I learn from you? Can you show me what you're doing? And that's how, I just became a learning, machine. Literally, I was learning from multiple leaders from across the world without ever seeing them. And that's how I shot from zero to, top of the company within 16 months. It just took me 16 months. So that's, for me, that's a big secret, learning.
Okay, thank you. So I'm taking notes. I thank God we can take notes on our phone now. Learning sponge. Okay, I'm going back to Uduak. So Uduak, would you want to share your screen now? Or you just want to do your free talk?
I think I would like to do it. I like to share my experience.
Okay.
Because I know there are lots of people that would like to hear this. Learning is one of the key factors in multi-level marketing. That cannot be overemphasized because you must have what it takes to give back to the people. But how I started, I want to say that it's not that rosy business. So people think you just jump in and the next thing you see millions. What you told, you did not come out the way I expected. That's what comes to a lot of people's mind. Actually, I shared earlier, I said when I started, it was a gathering of 50 people. I joined the first network marketing. When I got my first car at the time, I got stuck and I decided to move on to a better and a reliable conversation plan. So when it came to this reliable conversation plan, that was when we dealt with the likes of the MMM, the Twin Cars, the Loopers, the Double Money. So they returned me back to my 0 points. Zero in the sense that I had nothing. I wouldn't even touch my hat and said I can boast of 20,000 or 5,000 on my own. It was all there. So when this beautiful platform came, someone signed me up. That was how bad my condition was. Someone had to sign me into the with a borrowed money, and that was how my journey began. I remember my first time I stepped out for flyer sharing and presentation. I had to go to the presentation in Port Harcourt. My child was still 7 or 8 months old, so I decided to go for the presentation. There's always a price to pay for success. That's the truth. I remember those days that we'll go to a hotel room, I'll be looking for a place on the ground to sleep because I want to share flyers, inviting people that I've never met before to come to the call. So that's why network marketing is beautiful, because you are at liberty to talk to people you know or you don't know. That's just the truth about it. So go all out. I shared my flyer, and when I got my breakthrough, all the times that I'm thinking about sharing a flyer, sometimes you share the flyers, come back, nobody to join the business, and it was as if it is not going to work. Those are the bad times. So please, listeners, our guests today, there are times that you'll be expecting so much at what you get back in, especially to the family. Maybe you might be thinking, and once I joined any multi-level marketing business, the first set of people that should be joining me is my family. No, they will not come. Because probably they knew I had failed in different other multi-level marketing, so they were thinking it's still going to be the same needs. But when I got here, the story will change. So one thing that helped me to succeed in my business was when I got my first car, that was 2015. Because people like to see. Well, once you see what you have, forget it. It's a wall of evidence. So when I got my first car in network marketing business, I told my late husband then, I said, you are next to collect the car, but if I allow you to get the car, you crumple my business. I better look for 2 people on my left leg and my right leg to make them come out as calf on fire. Duplication, that's where it's setting. So by the time I started duplicating success, having leaders and stand on their own car, living well, I got to rest.
Like,
That's
sorry,
Uduak,
like you're far from your, like a bit far. It's breaking.
No, I'm close. I think it's network.
Okay.
Okay. So that was it. By the time I started duplication, because it has to do with people. If it has to do with you, your family, you go nowhere in network marketing. It's not about you, yourself, my family alone. It has to do with you and the entire people. So when I built a team, I started saying, so it's actually real. Because in one of those I got to read, I knew that duplication was another key factor for you to succeed in network marketing. By the time those 5 people got their cars, they took their business to another level, I was on my own. With time, I got to have over 100 car qualifiers under me in this business. That's one thing that has really made it possible. I shared earlier, I said I saw all the news. I encountered all the news from friends, from families, from neighbors, everywhere. But at the end, it paid off because there's always a story at the end of every glory. Okay?
Okay, thank you. So learning and showing proof. I love what you said about when you were sharing flyers and when you went to hotels, you didn't have money to even have a good place. Sometimes you sleep on the ground just to get to where you want to go to. Because people do not know that this experience is there, this story, they only see the success. Like what I tell people is, I want you to share both your success and your story when you were starting, how difficult the challenges, because it's not always rosy. There are times when you go through the challenges. And also about your friends and family. For me, I don't even have friends and family in my business at all. Once I join a business, I go on social media straight away, or I go on radio. Because friends and family, they already know you now. They know when you, all the failures, they know your story, so they won't believe you. So yeah, perfect. That was a perfect one. Okay, we're going to Dr. John Mukoro. Let's hear your secret.
Okay, thank you very much. So when you said secret, I was just trying to write something down. So what I actually wrote down is called what has helped me over the years. Now, if I may give you my background, right from primary school, secondary school, and even in the university, I have always been an average student. So it's not as if it's not as if the way I have always been on top in the network marketing industry. It's not as if I was like that academically. I wasn't like this academically in secondary school, in the university. Even when I was in banking, I wasn't the best of bankers. But when I got into network marketing, there was something I began to do. It is spelled grit, G-R-O-I-T, grit, G-R-O-I-T. So, you know, there are people that have talent, and there are people that, when you work on your talent, there are people that have talent, and there are those that are not talented at all. Now you can choose to improve on your talent, acquire new skills, and move from talent to skills. But I have no talent at all. They are on zero. But when they are deliberate about doing a particular thing, they can also acquire skills and move from that zero level to becoming very skillful. Meaning that between where you are and where you want to go to, there is something you have to do. And that I have called grit. And grit is sustained passion and perseverance for long-term goals. Sustained passion and perseverance for long-term goals. I call it deliberate, continuous effort. If you are on 0 level and you apply this, it will take you from 0 level to the top of the game in whatever you are doing. If you are talented, this can move you from being a talented person to being a skillful person. I call it grit. Just tell yourself that before I will get to the peak of this thing I have started, continuous, deliberate effort every day, every week, every month, every year. Continue to be at it, continue learning, because the industry I have come to realize is an industry where you cannot undermine personal development. So you must know that personal development is key. So it's an industry where as you continue to learn, as you continue to move up, the L in the learning begin to disappear and you now start earning. There's no way you can avoid learning because the learning comes first, the learning and application comes first, and as you continue to learn, the learning begins to disappear. And when the learning begins to disappear, when the L begins to disappear from the learning, the earnings begin to come forward continuously. Another thing that has helped me in this industry is this. You know, there's recruitment. There's recruitment, there's duplication. I have always seen people, so when I was an amateur in the industry, I was always excited about recruiting people. But I got to a point where I realized that I have not brought anybody into my business until the person I have brought in has brought in his tool. So I don't end at recruiting. Every day when I start a business, every day I look at my organization and I ask myself a question. Now I have brought these people into the business. I have recruited these people and I ask myself a question. How many of John Mukoro do I have in my team? That is the best way to estray your organization. How many of John Mukoro do I have in my organization? I know myself, I know my work ethics, I know how I work, I know what I'm earning. So the more of John Mukoro I have in my organization, I know that the more money I am going to make, I know that the happier organization I'm going to have because I'm going to build more leaders that are earning and who are happy. So when I look at my business like that, I am able to work with people who are willing and ready to take them to the top. Because we are in an industry whereby the more people you move to the top with you, the more money you naturally and will definitely make. So we don't just end in recruiting. Duplication for me is key. Because the more duplication you do, the more organic your team becomes, and the more organic your team becomes, the more money and the more passive your business becomes. Now, challenges. Have I had challenges? Yes, I have had challenges. And one of the major challenges I've had in recent time later became a blessing in disguise somehow, because I got to a point in this business where, one major issue with our industry is such that the people you are talking to, wanting to bring into this business, there are people that don't want to hear the work part of the industry. The first thing they ask you is, if I come into your business, what am I going to earn in the next 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months? That is what they want to know. So if you tell them there is something they have to do, if you tell them they have a role to play, they chicken out. Because I have come to realize that a lot of people don't want to get involved in their own rescue. So what did I do? In recent time, I take my time to tell you upfront, even if you didn't ask. I tell you that if you want to come into my company, if you want to come into my organization, there is work for you to do. The earnings we are talking about here is not automatic. You must play your part, you must play your role. So why I thought that a challenge for me was that when I began to say that, a lot of persons began to chicken out. But that helped me to a very large extent to sieve those who were coming in genuinely to do the work and earn, and to remove and to bring those, to remove those who were not ready in the first place. So as I continue to do that, I realized over time that I began to build a team that was more organic, more natural, with people who were working. Do you understand? So the challenge later became a plus for me. So those are some of the secrets that has helped me so far. Thank you.
Okay. Wow. Thank you. We learned something. Okay, so I'm going to ask you one more question. If you have to start all over again in the network marketing industry, if you're starting all over again, can you tell us 2 or 3 things you'll be doing differently from now with the knowledge that you have? 2 or 3 things you'll be doing that you think can take you to the top if you're starting all over again. So back to Abdul.
Yeah, thank you so much for that question. If I was to start all over again, what 2 things will I do differently? I will have to say that I will start with the mindset that this is not, when I started network marketing, it was just that, it was just network marketing. I didn't have the idea that this is a business. I didn't take it as a business until, the euphoria that people see is, people are making so much money, so let me come into it and make money as well. But hardly do people build their business, or I didn't build my business. I didn't start building my network marketing business as a real business, okay? A business in the sense that just like you have people who are into airline business, or people who are into confectionery business, or people who are into oil and gas, okay, that's their business. I just saw network marketing at the beginning as just network marketing, not as a business. So right now, I'm building my network marketing business as a business, okay? It means that I have other businesses, but I see this as a very lucrative business, that I'm an entrepreneur. I'm not just a network marketer. I'm a business owner. And as a business owner, my goal is to make as much profit as possible. So I must have a process. I must have a process. I must have targets. How much do I intend to make in the next quarter, in the next 3 months, in the next 6 months, in the next 1 year? I must have a plan in place, because the plan that I put in place will assist me to put the principles of business to ensure that I actually achieve the milestones that I set myself in terms of the revenue. Because if you look at big companies like ExxonMobil or oil companies, they already know how much they're going to make in 2022. They have a projection of how much they're going to make in 2023, and so on and so forth. They have a 2-year plan, they have a 5-year plan, they have a 10-year plan. That's entrepreneurship. So that's one thing I'm going to do differently. Okay.
Thank you.
Yes. And
thank you.
another thing I'm going to do differently is that I'm going to look beyond, my local and my beyond Nigeria, which eventually that happened for me because the company that really I blew up was an international company. It was then that I began to put that principle of entrepreneurship. I was learning, but not at the level that I understand today, but I put it to use. And then of course, right now, because of social media, okay, because of the internet, now I'm able to do business at scale. So, if I had to start all over again, I won't look at my business in a very, very limited in terms of reach. I'm looking how can I build my business beyond the shores of Nigeria, beyond the shores of Africa? How can I become a world-class entrepreneur? So those are the two things I'm going to do differently.
Okay, thank you. Uduak, over to you. You're still muted.
Okay, I've unmuted myself. That was one of my slides I wanted to present today, which he has said it all. I said, if you run your business as a freelancer and expect a result like a CEO, you can't run it like a freelancer and then you expect a result like a CEO. So for me, I'll treat it like a business. Treat it like a business. This time around, don't forget, I'm coming back as a better person, well equipped with everything upstairs. So I now know how to draw my lines, point them correctly, write my vision down, and make them plain. That's it. So I'll have to do it like a CEO. So already it is my business. So I'll give it 100% of my time every day, do it as a business, and then the results will come back in 100-fold. So that's it.
Wow. So it stole your mind. Okay. Yes, Dr. Mukoro. Dr. John Mukoro. So what would you do differently?
So not if I was to start again with what I know now, I just wish I started much earlier, because when we started in those days, they said, they always told us that it's passive business, passive income. So keep doing your banking and just do it by the side passively, and you will earn passive income. But right now, I'm already coaching my son, who is 12, on what network marketing is all about. Even in my company, I have an account for him that takes care of his education right now already. And I'm already coaching him, because I'm just telling myself that if I knew what I know now, I would have started much earlier. Then I would have taken it as a business from day one, very actively involved, like I am involved actively now. So when I travel, people ask me, what do you do for a living? And I say, I am a network marketer. And I say, and they are like, no, they mean my core business. And I say my core business is network marketing. I tell them the training they see me do here and there is even by the side. Network marketing is my core business because it is what sustains me. It is what gives me the life, the kind of life I live today. The training by the side, these other things I do cannot pay my bills 100%. You understand? I do them literally because I have a very strong foundation from network marketing. So that kind of thing that pays your bills 100%, that takes care of you, should be your core business. And the reason why they are surprised and they are wondering if network marketing is my core business is because this is an industry where you build to a level and you begin to rest. You get to a level, people don't see you getting involved in any strenuous traveling, moving around. They just see you on one spot and they are wondering, does this guy even do anything at all? How can he say his main business is network marketing? Do you understand? So it's an industry where you just give yourself 2-3 years, you can actually get your place of rest. So if I'm to be given a second chance, the only thing that I will ask everybody that I love, everybody that cares to listen to me, the one thing I will tell them to key in and learn. I wasn't born a networker, I learned it over time. There was a time in my life, I couldn't stand in front of 4 or 5 persons to even do a presentation. Even as a banker, yes. Do you understand? But getting involved in this industry, I went into personal development, learned how to express myself. I read every day. I do like 2-3 hours every day of reading. So most importantly, even the money aside, the man I have become on this journey is something nobody or nothing can take away from me. So if given a second chance, the only thing I'm going to do is network marketing. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Nice one. So if you're here, you can start sending in questions for our guests. As I'm asking them my last question, you can start sending in questions, put in the chat box. They will take your questions. Now, my last question before I let people ask you is: are you proud to be a network marketer? And if you're proud, why? Are you proud? Like John is saying, I can tell. So I can see that John is proud, but he's still going to answer that question. You're proud. Are you proud to show yourself as a network marketer? Before now, people used to think that network marketers are jobless people, layabout. I think that Eric Warren helped us a lot, at least in America. And of course, Nigerians now are saying it. But sometimes, like the government or some people still do not see, they just see that, what are you talking about, network marketing? So are you proud to be a network marketer, and why? What is your why? So over to you, Mr. Abdul.
Thank you so much for, that is a very important question. And resoundingly, I will tell you over and over again, I am proud to be a network marketing professional. I'm not just a network marketer, I am a network marketing expert. And the reason I'm proud is because it's not the money, it's not the affluence that I've been able to achieve, it's the impact. There's some days up till today, randomly, I'll just get a message on my phone or on Facebook Messenger, hey, AbsurRazaq, thank you so much. Because of you, I've been able to achieve this.
Wow. Wow. So the impact, who you have become, and what you have done, what you have contributed to the industry. That's a good one.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now. Yes, I can hear you now.
All came in, so it disrupted my my flow. Oh, AbsurRazaq, thank you so much. Because of you, I've been able to take my business serious. And these messages come from randomly, could be from Nigeria, could be from outside Nigeria. And that's the pride of network marketing. This industry has taken me all over the world. This industry has put me in front of the Queen of England. That's the prestige. That's, you know, I couldn't think of going to Buckingham Palace. For what? So who's going to invite me? But because of network marketing, I've been invited to see world leaders. I've been in the presence of world leaders. I've traveled the world. So I am proud to be a network marketing professional. And I'm telling everybody on this call and everybody that gets to listen to us sometime, you know, in the future, this network marketing is a profession. It is a genuine business. Okay, so embrace it, embrace it, and tell the world that yes, I am a network marketing professional.
Wow, that's a nice one. Thank you. Yeah, Uduak.
Thank you. I'm up again. When you asked that question, I was just smiling. And the first thing that came into my mind, what I proudly say that I am a network marketer. And I'll start by also asking a question. I can remember one time when I started this business, when I started this business, I met a lady in the street. And you know what a street lady means? People that sell their body to make 2,000 to 5,000 naira, like, or anything. And I told her, I said, if you can follow me, I'll make you a millionaire. That's one of the things that I really appreciate the more in network marketing is the impact that you've created on a lot of lives. Letting people know that they can come out to become more. That's it. Because I think network marketing as self-reliance, it enables you to realize that you can do more. He said something, I think it's from Mr. John. He said he never thought he could speak. Okay? Never thought he could speak to people, but because of network marketing, he can stand tall to talk to thousands of people. It has built that self-confidence. So mine is really on the impact, the lives you've touched positively and negatively, that people will turn to look at you and say, the day I came in contact with this lady, my life changed. I have so many people that will say that, oh, I just followed you online and since that day, everything about me. Me, I said it earlier, I was a banker. So I used to think that time that network marketing is for people that don't have what to do. I'm sorry to say this. That's how I used to feel. I think it's for the less privileged. People that have not gone to school. That's why they are doing network. Don't think well of network marketing, but when you look at the network marketer, you'll be seeing the person once the leg, once she's bent, and you'll be thinking, are you coming to tell me you're coming to sell wealth for me or health, and then you don't look. So that was my perception, but I was wrong. I was naive because I didn't look into it. The day I discovered that this network marketing industry has produced multi-million billionaires. That's it. The impact you've created on people. That's why I am a proud network marketer any day, any time. And I'm not regretting because it has given me a voice. You tend to pass people to, that's Uduakobong I've been hearing about. I get to see you one-on-one. And people just run up to you and like, for real. Cutting network marketing. So it's a platform one should take. And it needs little or no capital for you to start it. So you can always start from the bottom and get yourself to the top. So thank you very much.
Wow. Okay, John.
So me, I'm a very proud network marketer. It's not me that tell people I'm a networker. They ask me, what do you do? They're the one I even ask. And my response is always very loud. I'm a network marketer. So when I left banking as a branch manager and I left Delta State and moved to Lekki, Lagos, a lot of my friends were waiting for me to, we're just waiting, and the response was like, don't leave that guy. It's just a matter of maybe 6 months, 1 year, maybe maximum 2 years, he will carry his load and come back from that Lagos. That was the feedback I got. Because they couldn't imagine this guy leaving banking at the peak of his banking career, and he left Delta State, moved with his family to Lagos, to Lekki, to go and settle. Hey, they were just counting months and maximum 1 year for me to come back and say, please, oh, I want this banking work back. But you know, it was something I saw. I knew what I saw that made me leave banking after 10 years. And I have been consistent in that thing. So once you ask me, I'm always very proud. You will see the pride all over me as a network marketer. Because I even know that you that I'm talking to. As a banker, I know that some people who have 50 million today, in 2 months' time, they'll come and say they want a loan of 2 million. So I know all the business, I know the kind of business, the traditional kind of business. Today you have money, tomorrow you don't have money. You understand? So when I'm talking to you, I tell you proudly I'm a network marketer. I know I have money all round the clock based on the kind of things I do. And I don't stress my head. I don't, because my kind of work, I can be in my house and I'm earning. So we have to keep spreading the message of this industry, because so people still have the belief that it is for low lives, people that don't have job, people that have no option, people that have no choice. No, people think that we're actually ignorant, but in the research, they that are not part of us, they are actually the ignorant people. So the earlier we begin to tell them, the better for them, not for us. We're already settled. It is join us now. So I'm a very proud network marketer. Thank you very much.
That word is sure. I can see that. John is really a proud network marketer. Anyway, all of us, we are actually very proud of this industry. This industry has made a lot of impact. Just like you all said, it's not about the money. The money is flowing, but it's not about the money, it's about the impact. It's about waking up Sundays and seeing a message on your phone to someone telling you, thank you, because of you, my family is able to feed. You know, that's the joy that we get in this industry. The number of people that will thank you for what you're doing for them. And like, I'm a student of Jim Rohn. I love Jim Rohn. Like Jim Rohn always say, it's about who you become. It's not about the affluence. It's about who you become. And network marketing has helped us to become a better person. Just like John also said, personal development. If you are a network marketer, you are a leader, a top leader, you will know that you need to work on yourself. You need to work on even how to communicate, because you want to go and speak to people. You want to be holding the mic, and you become like a public speaker naturally. Good network marketers are public speakers naturally. Okay, so let me go to the audience. I can see questions coming in. Ruth said, let me start from Ruth. Ruth said, how can one overcome discouragement and keep going on as a beginner in this industry when your effort does not produce reasonable results? I think I spoke with Ruth this morning, and I know that feeling. I know that feeling, but I think the panelists that will really know that feeling, that can really help us out, is Uduak. Uduak, can you take that question?
can do that. My dear, consistency is the word. I believe to every no is 1,000 years. The no is the next opportunity. So if this person is telling you no today, move to the next person. And I tell you, if you keep doing it with time, if you're consistent with what you do, a lot of people will come to you. I've gotten to a point in my life that people come to me. I don't go to them, they come to me. Why? I remember when I started, nothing to show for, nobody showed for. But only on my WhatsApp status, I sign in people into this business around the globe. So please, do not say because one person said no or 10 people said no is enough to make you give up. Bring out new strategies. Do Facebook ads. Go on social media. I notice people come to status than your wall. So you do, even on your Facebook, those status on Facebook, post a lot of things. You'll be surprised. I actually got my breakthrough on the WhatsApp group, not from any other person. WhatsApp group, I just posted it on the WhatsApp group. I didn't know the top networker followed me. So keep doing it, be consistent. So for me, I believe 1,000 no, 100 no is equal to 1,000 yes. So be consistent, just be consistent, and the result will speak for.
Wow, I love that. Consistency. Don't give up. Mr. Abdul, you want to chip in something too?
Yes, I will advise, that two things. One is you need to, first of all, make a decision. That decision is, the hunger in yourself. You must have that burning hunger, desire to succeed. That's the first thing I will do. Listen, come rain, come sunshine, I'm going to succeed with this. And then, it moves from being something that you are interested in, because you need to make that decision to succeed, irrespective of whatever happens. So you move from being interested in your success to being committed to your success. Once you become committed to your success, then you become unstoppable, okay? And that your decision to succeed, okay, you have to also decide to improve yourself on a daily basis. You must improve yourself on a daily basis, because the improvements will come with acquisition of skills that will enable you to succeed in your business. So, and that comes from what? The base, and that's learning, okay? You must be committed. First of all, make the decision that you want to succeed. So you move from being interested in your success to becoming committed to your success. And then you also move forward daily by learning the skills, because, it's one thing, going to talk to somebody about your business and saying, the right words. There's some magic words that's going to be a topic of another day. There's what I call magic words that I use. So that came from learning how to use those magic words. So it's skill. So you must now learn every single day. If you learn, like Dr. Mukoro said, he reads 3 hours every day. Every day. That's learning. And so you can become better and better and better. So you're, acquiring new skills every day. And you move from being just, somebody who makes a presentation to somebody who closes business. Thank you.
Okay, nice one. Gideon, we'll come back to you, but I want to quickly ask, I want to go to Ifinis. You didn't put your name, so I don't know. He said, how can one overcome rejection from a prospect in network marketing? I understand that feeling. Dr. Mukoro, would you want to help us out? How can one overcome rejection from a prospect?
Okay. Rejection is like when you give your daughter or your son meat at home, and your daughter or son rejects the meat and says, Mommy or Daddy, I don't want meat. And you start feeling bad. Why will you feel bad? Your daughter or your son said they don't want meat. They didn't say they don't want you. So you must try to separate yourself from the business you are presenting. Don't be emotional. When somebody tells you no, the person is not rejecting you as a person. The person is saying no to the opportunity you are bringing. And they said no means next opportunity. If somebody tells me no, I don't feel bad. It is actually a fuel for me. Because if you tell me no, I look at you and I say, watch me. Watch me. I will so do it that you will call me and ask me again, man, this is your business, how far? Do you understand? So please don't get discouraged when they tell you no. Saying no to you does not mean they are rejecting you as a human being. They are only saying no to the opportunity you're bringing. And get used to the fact that you might get to see like 10, 15, 20, 30 no before you can see 1 yes. So for you to overcome that, your prospect list should be more. Create more people on your prospect list. Because if you have just like 50 people in your prospect list and you have called 1 to 10 to 20 to 30, 37, and they're telling you no, and you know that only 15 are left, you will think, no, this is not for me. But when you have a list of 500 persons, check your phone, you will see how many they are. And you do 50, and the 50 tells you no. You still have 450. So there's no checking. Do you understand? So don't let no discourage you at all. Let me tell you, for the first question, discouragement. If you are moving in this industry, when there is something in front of you that wants to discourage you, ask yourself one question. Where you are going, what you are seeing in front, and this obstacle that has fallen in front of you now, which of them is higher? If where you are going, if what you are aiming at is higher than the obstacle in front of you, it means that you can still see where you are going to. But if in your mind, you don't have any focus, you don't have any aim, you don't have any place you are looking at, you are aiming, you have nothing you are aiming, you have no goal in that business. Any obstacle that drops in front of you will block your view, will be higher than anything you are seeing. And because there's nothing you are seeing in front, once any obstacle, no matter how small, drops in front of you, you are discouraged. So I want to encourage you, put your eye on the goal continuously. Once your eye is fixed on where you are going to, no matter the obstacle that comes, you keep seeing it. The more you see it, the more you maneuver yourself until you get there. Thank you.
Nice one. Thank you. Somebody, Gideon said, as an entrepreneur and a network marketer, is it advisable to place insurance on your products, especially if you are into a Greek business? Gideon, I need to understand you. Is it your company, or you are in a network marketing company that is doing insurance? That is doing a Greek business, or you run the Greek business? You need to be clear. That question is not clear. Okay. I'm not sure I got that question well, or the end of the panelists got that question. As an entrepreneur in network marketer, is it advisable to place insurance? Gideon, I can allow you to ask your question. Maybe we understand you better. So you can just raise your hand so that you can ask. And for others, if you want to talk, you can raise your hand. I will allow you to unmute yourself. If you want to ask question, if you didn't leave it in the chat box, and you still have question you have them now, that before you see them again, you need to pay. Now you're seeing them. Ask them all the questions you have now that will help you. I'm sure you're getting value already, and I'm sure you're getting energized. Yes, please.
Yeah, can I just add to Dr. Mukoro's response to the last question?
Okay.
About
rejection.
Rejection.
Yeah.
Rejection. Yeah. So all of business is conversation, right? All of business is conversation, and as long as the conversation is ongoing, you're in business. When the conversation stops, that's when your business stops. So if you get a rejection, okay, it's because most likely the person that you have spoken to does not, quote and unquote, you've not educated him to the point where he understands what you're showing him. All right, and it's likely that it's not a good time for the person. Timing might be off. All right, so what you do is you just put that person in your pipeline. You must always have a pipeline. The fortune is in the follow-up. Every single day as a network marketing professional, I talk to at least 4 people every day, 2 new persons, and I follow up with 2 people that I've spoken to before. So you just put that person in your pipeline and then establish a creative way to stay connected with the person. You don't always have to go to the person after he has said no, then go and talk about the business again the next time. No, create a way to stay in touch with the person. Call him next time, talk about his family, talk about, how's the weather or something. I'm just calling to check up on you. But you have a system, in your, one thing that a lot of people don't have, I can show this now. This is very, very important. This is my journal. You must have a journal, because all your thoughts and your interactions must go on paper. So you put that person in your pipeline and decide, when am I going to talk about my business with this person again? Just keep the conversation going. So if it's not a good time today, it might be 3 months from now. It might be 6 months from now. It might be a year from now. If you're serious about your business, you can follow up somebody for 2 years, for 3 years. You never get tired. So just keep the conversation going. Don't let your business be the big elephant in the room that stops you from talking to people, interacting with them. This is a relationship business. You create relationship, all right, before you start business with somebody. I just wanted to add that.
Okay, thank you. Gideon, are you set to ask your question? Because we did not understand what you typed. So I'm going to allow you to unmute yourself. So you can unmute yourself and ask now. Okay. Gideon, can you unmute yourself? Okay, I think I've learned so much today. I've learned, and I'm going to use some of the things I've learned myself. There's no end to learning. There's Absolutely. No end. There's no end to learning. If you have gotten value today, if you have learned something today, can I see in your chat box? Can I see thank you in the chat box?
That's a good question.
Okay. Yeah, I can see the thank you coming in. But someone was asking, Dr. Vicky, right? Let me see the question she asked. She said, since there are many businesses, how do you choose the business to promote? So I'm going to just let you take this question round, one after the other. How do you determine the business you want to promote? Starting from you.
That's a very good question. First of all, I think it has to be with your personality. Look, businesses will not stop coming. Every single day, there's a new business. Every single day, 10, 20 businesses are being created. So you first have to look into yourself, what resonates with me? What kind of business, am I, health? Do I like health business? Do I like services, phone service? Do I like fashion? Do I like cryptocurrency? Do I like technology? Artificial intelligence is out there right now. So first of all, you must determine, first of all, what resonates with you. What is it that you like? Because, network marketing for me is a fun business. And when I'm doing it, I just get lost in it because I enjoy what I'm promoting. Okay, I enjoy it so much that it does not even work for me anymore. So you have to find something that resonates with you, and then something that you can actually sell. Can you sell this business? Is this something that's easy for you to sell? Because you cannot sell something that's difficult for you in terms of what that product is. So first of all, think through it and choose, a business that resonates with you. Choose a business that, the timing is good. How long has that company been in existence? What does this product have, similar product like it? So all of that, you have to think about it, think through it, and choose a business that is right for you. That's the right word. Choose a business that is right for you. Yeah.
Thank you, Uduak. Let's hear you. How do you choose the people to promote? The business to promote?
Yes. First, I'll say, like, how much are you looking at to start a business? That's one thing that comes to my mind most times. And I'll say, okay, let's say you want to start a local business today. You need like 5 to 1 million on a small scale. Let me say on a small note. First, get a spot. For example, you want to sell food. You have to get the food items. You must be able to have a refrigerator that you fill your drinks for your customers that are coming in. So most times, this money don't come the way we expected. And that's why today we're presenting network marketing to you. I said it's something you can start with a low capital, and from there, you now get back to do your traditional business. So with all the things you're looking at today, you weigh the options. I'm sure Alaji, if he wants to say the story, he will tell you where he started from. Me, and so to John Mukoro, everybody started somewhere. What it means for you to start somewhere, and the rest is history. Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Okay, Dr. Mukoro, how do you choose a business to promote? There are so many businesses.
Okay, for me, I would say in network marketing, if I'm to choose a business to promote, I will look at a business that either has products or has service. Because I see that the product or the service is always the foundation, the bedrock of the network marketing business. If you see a business that has no products, that has no service, it means that the only way you make money in the business is when you bring in somebody. It comes to me like a Ponzi scheme. So it gets to a place, it has nothing it is sitting on. So eventually it's going to come crashing. We are in a leadership business. And every time somebody tells you to join his business, there are usually two kinds of leaders. Be sensitive to know their intention. One of the leaders is coming to bring you into his business primarily for him or her to grow. Another leader is bringing you into his business to support you to grow. At the end, if you grow, that leader will also grow. But there are some that come with the pure intention of bringing you in for them to grow. Even if they don't say it out, you will be able to spot it from the conversation. So I will always tell people to go for where they can genuinely get help with which to move to the top, because that is the best approach, because we are in an industry where the more people you genuinely help to grow, over time, you yourself, you have no choice. You will definitely grow yourself. Thank you.
Thank you. Well, if you ask me the business to choose, I would first of all say, put yourself and ask yourself that question: are you proud of this business? Any business I'm not proud of, any business I'm not proud of, you can't go far. So for me, I want to first of all look, am I proud to sell this business? And for me to be proud of selling a business, I must have used the product or the service as well. So you want to be the first person to even use your product before you even sell the product. So do you have the product or the service? Are you using it? In time past, you see people selling all these health products on the road. They cannot even afford it. So maybe somebody gave them to go and sell. But you know, when I started reading books from Eric Warren and other top network marketers, I found that in the Western world, they don't even, the way we do network marketing here is not the way they do network marketing there. It's not about you just selling. It's about you using a product and simply recommending the product to your friends, to your family, to people, to say, oh, I've used this product and this is what I got. I think you should use it. That is what it is. And when that has happened, you can now, simply tell people with pride, because you have used a product. So you must be the product of your product first. Use a product, either service or when you've seen value, then you'll be proud to share it. So any business you're not proud of, you can't go far. So you must first be proud of that product. Then you can decide, I want to stay with this. And like you said, there's so many businesses. Temptation will come. I want to do this. I want to do that. Like I say to people, I do not do one business personally. So I won't say I just stick with one, but do what you can, the one you have the power to. If not, you will just be in the middle. You're not going anywhere. Do what you can so that you can go to the top, because the top is where the money really is. There's work to be done and you get to the top. The top is where the money is. Do what you can. If it's one or two, I do not do two similar businesses. I love cryptocurrency. So cryptocurrency give me the flair to be able to do as many as I want to do, but push it with all your might. Choose the one you think, I am pushing this one with all my might. Why these other two, I just do them by the way, especially because of us, those of us that are in the cryptocurrency, sometimes you're pushing one business with all your might and it just fails. And you're back to zero. I've seen many people like that, they are back to zero. So because of that, we use that experience. Okay, let me just choose one I'm really pushing. I have these two aside in case anything happens to this one. Because it's crazy in the cryptocurrency world where we dwell in. But the people in the product company, most times you just stay with one because product company, they have that staying power. Let's look at the ones that have been there forever, GNL, they've been there for 15 years, 20 years. They have more staying power. So you just choose one and run with it if you're going to run with the product business. So, but first of all, make sure that you run with product that you yourself, you're using, you're proud of. That's the only way you can have a sweet story to tell. Now, Gideon said, I'm into agribusiness and I market my product on social media by inviting investors for us to farm a particular crop. And I experienced a lot of fear from some of them, but someone advised me to place insurance. Any business you're doing, as far as you're the owner, insurance is very good. So you need to actually do that. Insurance is very good. So I was asking if it's a network marketing. So this is your own traditional business. Especially for farming, you need to put insurance. Insurance is very good. Please go and do insurance. It's nice. Okay, so I want to say thank you to our panelists. I have learned a lot today. And I know that someday soon we'll be calling you back. So please do not say no when we come back for you. The people, our members have learned a lot as well. They have also learned, I can see all the thank you. How easier is it to differentiate this business from network scam? How can we overcome? Okay, we've done that. Simple as ABC, scam is there's no product, there's no service. Although some people do crowdfunding, like they call it crowdfunding, but I always advise there must be a product or a service that this company offers, and so that you know that, okay, it's not only from when people come in, the company has other products and services, maybe like, it's as simple as that, okay? So thank you for all members of TLI that are here today, and thanks to all our guests, thanks to all our panelists. We've learned a lot from you guys today. What we do basically in today's Leaders International is encourage people to start a business. It's an association that we started for entrepreneurs. This is what one of the benefits, showing you how to grow your business. Next month, we are going to bring in another powerful guest during our Entrepreneurs Forum to come and show our members what they need to grow their business. We are about you starting a business, growing your business, because we want to raise an entrepreneur in every home. So thank you, Mr. Abdul, thank you, Uduak, and thank you, Dr. John Mukoro. Dr. John, you have challenged me. I'm going to do my PhD. I want to become a doctor. Dr. Loboladele, that suits me. Okay.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay,
thank
bye.
You, Uduak.
That'll be the end of.
Bye, everyone.
Thank you. Bye, everyone.
Thank you, Mr. Uduak.